I just want to say thank you very much for coming here. It's a big turnout. I just want to thank everybody for all your support. Everybody's got tickets. You guys donated time and money. As of today, this website, we had raised close to $23,000, which is huge. Before the lady of the hour goes on, I just want to say thank you to all you guys. We've got family here. We've got friends here that know Deepa since she was little, from college, or since we moved to Long Island. And also the organizations, that she's met. You guys have been very helpful to her and us along the pathway. 540, 500, just thank you guys very much, whoever's here. Whoever's met her along the way, the hospitals, Dr. Perez, I know she's here. Everybody at NYU, you guys, whoever's here, just really thank you for all your support and time. I appreciate it very much. Before I introduce the lady of the hour, I just want to say thank you to her. Really amazing, strong girl, like I was inside. Most people go through this, it's not easy enough, just with your family and everything you're going through. For her to want to put this event together, this was all her. She got her friends together, you guys helped her to go through all this and just want to do something for others. When you don't have to do anything, you can just, most people have to take care of themselves. This is huge. And then she wants to do this annually, so we'll see how this goes. And based on this turnout, I guess we'll see you back here next year. So without further ado, he's the lady of the hour, my beautiful wife.
Thank you. No one, she didn't get an introduction, so let me introduce him. He's my husband, as you know, my best friend, and my doctor, not by trade, but he thinks he's my doctor, and my own personal comedian. Now, they do say that laughter is the best medicine for cancer, so it was a match made in heaven. So the good news is that I have a sore throat. And the bad news, the bad news is that I have a sore throat. The good news is that because I have a sore throat, this speech will be a little shorter than originally anticipated. Thank you for showing up today, each and every one of you. Just by being here, you are making a difference. Many of you in the room know me, but for those of you who don't, I was diagnosed with breast cancer at the young age of 39. I'll never forget the day I went for my very first mammogram on December 4th, 2015. It was the most confusing and saddest time in my life. I didn't think things could get worse until 2 weeks later when they actually did. I found out that the cancer had spread to my bones. It was called Stage 4 breast cancer. Stage 4 breast cancer, also known as metastatic breast cancer, also known as the breast cancer that no one understands, is when breast cancer metastasizes. That means it spreads to other organs in the body. Breast cancer is a cancer that typically spreads to the bones, lungs, liver, or brain. It is considered breast cancer because the cells that spread are still the same as the primary cancer cells located in the breast. Unfortunately, once metastatic disease is present, breast cancer is incurable. Now, that's the confusing part to most. Let me explain. Stage 1, 2, and 3 breast cancer can potentially be cured with treatment and surgery. No one dies of stage 1, 2, or 3 breast cancer. The problem is, however, that 30% of those with stage 1, 2, or 3 breast cancer have a reoccurrence in the form of stage 4 and then die of stage 4 breast cancer. 6% of people are diagnosed as stage 4 at the initial diagnosis, such as myself. Stage 4 breast cancer is incurable because it's traveled through your lymphatic system. In order to cure it, we have to remove all those organs, which we know is impossible. So the goal is to keep the cancer cells inactive for as long as possible. And that, my friends, is the hard part. The average survival rate today is only 18 to 24 months. People are really surprised when they hear this, and rightfully so. I mean, think about all the money that's being poured into breast cancer. These large organizations are raising. According to the National Cancer Institute, a small 37% of women live past 3 years, and only 22% live past 5. These stats are unacceptable. These figures are heartbreaking, especially as we see a staggering number of younger women being diagnosed today. Death from breast cancer in women ages 25 to 39 has quadrupled since the 1980s. I'm part of a group called 5 Under 40. It's an organization that serves women diagnosed with breast cancer under the age of 40. Jennifer Finkelstein, the founder of that organization, is here today. Please meet her. She helps people with anything and everything from buying wigs to finding doctors, and she has once-a-month educational meetups that I absolutely love going to, except for the fact that kind of scares me because they keep getting larger and larger. I met a 24-year-old at the last one. So where's all this funding going? Awareness, perhaps? Awareness is important, but is it really the key when the number of stage 4 initial diagnoses has doubled in the last decade? In fact, I've seen some recent studies that suggest that breast cancer is systemic prior to being detectable, and thus early detection will not change the actual death rate. So that's here's another part of the problem. For each 1 million spent on breast cancer research, only about 20,000, a small 2%, go towards metastatic research. Let me repeat, 2%. Once again, unacceptable. Early detection awareness does not help those who already have breast cancer. There's something very wrong with this picture. Oftentimes people ask me, when are you done with treatment? The answer is never. Stage 4s are usually on medication for the rest of their life, and they have to go for bi-yearly, sometimes quarterly scans to make sure that the cancer hasn't outsmarted the latest medication. Which brings me to why you are here today. We need more medications and we need more research. When you donate to MetaVivor, you are donating to an organization that funds annual grants strictly for stage 4 research. They are run by volunteers for the most part and have a transparent process to obtain these grants, which is public knowledge on their website. When you donate to MetaVivor, 100% goes to research, 100%. When you donate to MetaVivor, you may be helping turn a terminal disease into a chronic illness. When you donate to MetaVivor, you may be helping a mom of a young child live another few years, or a daughter of aging parents be there for her family. When you donate to MetaVivor, you are helping those that you already know have or have had cancer live another few years, if they have a reoccurrence. When you donate to MetaVivor, you are helping your own family and friends, and perhaps yourself, because 1 in 8 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. 1 in 8 women. And breast cancer, my friends, does not discriminate. I've seen all types of people, of different races, of different ethnicities, diagnosed for reason or for no reason at all. When you donate to MetaVivor, you are making a difference. Before I conclude, I'd like to leave everyone with a few things that I've learned in my journey. Number 1, as you get older, you discover you have 2 hands. One for helping yourself and one for helping others. Yeah, I'm an R.G. Hepburn fan. Everyone in this room is so blessed in different ways. It's time to pay it forward if you don't already. There's so many less fortunate people. Was just the cliche to me before cancer. On this journey, I saw so many people who had to go through this alone, without emotional or financial resources. That's why I believe in organizations like 5 Under 40. Let's face it, there are a ton of organizations out there. Donate to those who are really making a difference, not collecting big salaries. And donate to places where you know where the funds are being used for, like MetaVivor. When you go home today, if you are wearing the MetaVivor colors, green, teal, or pink, you will get a gift bag with some organic products that I'll elaborate on shortly. There will also be a cookie inside made by a dear friend of mine, Shalini Bubber. Shalini Bubber is the strongest woman I know. She's here today, and despite her challenges, she always has a smile on her face. Shalini had a really tough childhood in India. Her father died when she was 11 years old. She packed her bags at the age of 19 and came to the US on her own. That's far from easy in our culture where there's a double standard for women. She worked hard and landed a great job at Morgan Stanley, got married and had a son. When her son Aryan was 2, he was diagnosed with autism. Shalini quit her job, her social life, and basically dedicated every moment to help developing her son. She soon realized that what he eats can improve his progress, so she started cooking gluten-free, low sugar, and specialized foods for Aryan. One day, she made cookies for him, which were such a big hit, she decided to start a business. She launched it this past March, and her mission is to make it successful solely so she can employ children with autism and disabilities. There is not a day that goes by that Shalini doesn't wonder what will happen to Aryan when her and her husband are gone. Put your money in the right places. We all buy cookies anyway. Why not buy from somebody who's making a difference in society? Assuming that they don't have a nut, assuming your kids don't have a nut allergy. Number 2, you are what you eat. I don't know if pesticides in foods and hormones in meat are what causes cancer, but I do know this. A new health report released by the Cancer Registry of Greater California found that Napa Valley is a cancer cluster, harboring high rates of people suffering. Carcinogens are being mass-produced and sprayed over crops. When you eat a non-organic apple, you're also eating over 30 different pesticides that have been sprayed on the fruits. Strawberries, apples, celery, carrots, spinach are just a few of the foods that have high levels of pesticides. Countless studies have shown that pesticides are linked to cancer, Alzheimer's disease, ADHD, and even birth defects. I do know this, RBGH is a hormone used to stimulate milk production in cows. In the US, however, well, in the US since 1993, however, this is banned in other countries. I do know this, the cracker, the chips, the pastries we love, they contain hydrogenated trans fats, not Shalini's though. They're used to extend shelf life. A study of over 25,000 women by the French National Institute of Health shows that the rate of breast cancer doubles in women who have high levels of trans fat in their blood. There's something to be said about the rising rates of cancer. Today, I try my best to eat organic and local. If you get a gift bag today, you'll get an opportunity to enjoy some wonderful items donated by Royni Sooth at Spectrum, like chia seeds, which are huge in antioxidants, and avocado oil, which I use for high heat cooking, and I choose over canola or vegetable. If you're concerned, and rightfully so, see a nutritionist. Mine is Marianne Jones of Thrive Naturally. Her mother died of ovarian cancer, so she's dedicated to helping people live more naturally. And number 3, lastly, all of you This Is Us fans will like this. When life gives you the sourest lemons that it has to offer, try turning it into something resembling lemonade. I don't believe I got cancer to die. The stage 4 community needs more leaders, and I was a great choice. When people are diagnosed with cancer, it's obviously difficult. I have always been a positive person by nature, and I've had a ton of support from my family and my close friends, so I never lost my spirit. When life gives you the sourest lemon it has to offer, try turning it into something resembling lemonade. MetaBash is my lemonade. Thank you again. I could not have done it without the tremendous support of so many people in this room, the committee that helps me every step of the way, my husband, my parents, my family. Thank you to each and every one of you for attending and supporting. You are making a difference.